Tuesday will mark the end of an era for pizza and pasta lovers in Brooklyn Park. After 32 years, Angeno's is closing its doors. As Delaney Cleveland reports, loyal customers say they'll miss their neighborhood restaurant.
Nice.
This is a staple in the neighborhood.
When it comes to dining out, people have no shortage of options from which to choose.
It's been here as long as I can remember. I just can't imagine going anywhere else.
Yet there is something about going to the neighborhood restaurant
I think I've met almost every waitress he's had.
How are you, Declan?
that makes the experience a little more special.
This has been a tradition for us to come during the summer on Wednesday nights after church. We play volleyball, and then we all come here, a large group, and the pizza's fantastic.
It was time to move on and take one step towards somewhat retirement.
Since 1988, Angeno's owner John Mooney has served up hearty helpings of freshly made pizza and pasta.
Everything is fresh. We make our own pasta, we make our own sausage, our own dough.
It's a recipe that keeps loyal customers coming back week after week.
It's been here a long time. It's been good food, and usually everybody that comes into the area finds out about it eventually.
But after February 25th, those pizza-loving patrons will have to say goodbye to this neighborhood staple.
My lease was coming up and I needed to wind down a little bit, and I got 5 grandkids I love to spend time with.
The restaurant business requires working long hours and spending time away from family. After 32 years, Mooney felt it was time to take a step back.
When you own your own business, there's not such a thing as a paid vacation.
All good things must come to an end, yet it's a decision that will leave a void for those who grew to love the food and the people.
It's going to be sorely missed. We're not sure what we're going to do to replace it.
In Brooklyn Park,
I can't thank the community enough for all the years of support. I mean, 32 years is a good run.
Delaney Cleveland, CCX News.
And while it is the end of an era in Brooklyn Park, Angeno's owner John Mooney hopes people come out to support the restaurant's other location, and that is in Maple Grove. The Brooklyn Center City Council is expected to pass a resolution to lower the city's impact on the environment. Under the resolution, Brooklyn Center would no longer use city funds to buy disposable items like plastic and styrofoam plates, cups, and utensils for city buildings. The matter is on Monday's consent agenda, which is where items are put that aren't expected to require discussion before passage. If passed, the measure would go into effect next week. The city of Golden Valley has big plans for the Pennsylvania Woods Nature Area this year. The city received a $50,000 grant from the Minnesota DNR to restore native habitat for the nearly 23-acre nature preserve. The project will largely include removal of buckthorn, an invasive shrub that can crowd out native plants. The influx of buckthorn prevents forest regeneration, increases erosion, and decreases quality of wildlife habitats. The city plans to establish native plants to provide habitat for various waterfowl and pollinator species and improve water quality. The project is expected to begin later this year. Something new and sweet has arrived over in Maple Grove. As Corey Bork reports in this week's Business Matters, it's a place where the owner's hobby turned into a career.
This is an awesome area to be in. The traffic has been just incredible, even in the wintertime.
Tucked inside this growing retail area known as the Grove,
Oh, yeah.
customers can treat themselves to something sweet.
So when you first walk in, your diet is going to start tomorrow.
Welcome to Sugar and Spice Sweetery.
And this one is the chocolate chip cheesecake. Everything that we make here is made from scratch.
It's a place where you'll find cupcakes and cakelets, torts and tartlets. And that's not all.
We are proud to be scooping Honey and Mackey's ice cream. We've got cookies and brownies. We've got cheesecakes.
For owner Dawn Olson-Waleris, all this sweet inspiration started to take shape when she baked cakes for her daughter's first birthday. Then later in life, after a job loss,
My biggest compliment is when somebody says to me, that is too pretty to cut.
she took a whisk and began making wedding cakes.
Not only should the cake look good, but it should taste great too.
Her business took off.
And in the process of 3 years, the business just blew up.
It all led to this Maple Grove store.
I never thought when I first got into the business that this was going to be the dream, but as I kept growing and as I kept seeing the next step and the next level, it did become a dream, and I still have people like pinch me because it's not real.
Now Dawn and her team start their day at 5 every morning. They work hard, but have fun too.
Just roll with it. Bakers do it batter, and of course we do. We're better than anybody else.
And they scoop up something different.
This is our cookie dough with M&Ms.
Edible cookie dough that comes with plenty of topping choices. Customers say you can't top that.
There's no place in Maple Grove or any really by here that I know of that sells like freshly scooped cookie dough, so I think that's pretty cool. And the cupcakes just seem like they're a little extra homemade.
And would you like a receipt, sir?
For Business Matters,
We're really excited for what the summer is going to bring.
Corey Borg, CCX News.
Sugar and Spice Sweetery is located right next to Rock Elm Tavern, and if you visit on the weekends, they serve up freshly baked cinnamon rolls. February is Black History Month, and for the past several weeks, the Hennepin County Library has been holding programs to commemorate it. One was Saturday at the Brooklyn Park Library. Playwright Michelle Perdue gave a reading of her play, Elma Jean's Journey to Freedom. The play centers on the kids who marched in the 1963 Children's Crusade in Birmingham, Alabama, an event that's been credited as pushing President Kennedy to support federal civil rights legislation.
Children need to know that it's important to stand up for what is right. No, we're not living back in 1963 when we were living during Jim Crow laws. We've come so far, but yet we have so far to go.
And if you're watching this on a Monday, there's still a chance to catch the last in the library's Black History Month events. There's a musical review of early Black vocalists like Billie Holiday and Etta James. That's at New Rules in Minneapolis at 7.
The Breck girls hockey team was dominant as usual when it came to the state tournament. The young Mustangs took aim at a third consecutive state Class A championship as hockey winner Olivia Mobley and the Mustangs, meaning Cloquet-Esko-Carlton for the title. Point shot here, a stop, and number 7, Ava Lindsay bangs the second rebound try in. Breck gets on the board 7.5 minutes into the game. Nice passing here. Hannah Halverson to Ava Lindsay to Sadie Lindsay. And the Mustangs grab a 2-0 lead. More quick passing, and Sadie Lindsay chips it in for her second of the game. That comes with the 40 seconds left in the period, and Breck is up 3-0 after 1. In the second, defenseman Josie Lang gets to the loose puck and scores from the circle. Breck has a 4-0 lead going into the second intermission. In the third, Mobley scores on a partial breakaway as Breck adds 2 insurance goals. They roll to another title, winning the Class A championship 6-0. The state gymnastics meet featured a lot of outstanding performances in the Class AA individual finals. State meet in St. Paul this year at the Roy Wilkins Auditorium. Begin with Maple Grove's Nadia Abed. She started her night with a great routine on beam, wins the event with a score of 9.675. On floor, Whitesetta's Grace Trainer earns a 9.725. She takes second in the event. On bars, Park Center's Annika Lee continues her great season. She hits for a 9.55 and takes second place. Hopkins' Siboney Reglos has a solid night. She hits for a 9.5 on the bars. To the vault, and Maple Grove Sasha Thompson. And she'll stick her landing, earns a score of 9.5. Also on vault, Champlain Park's Tishina Bioku Alase hits for a 9.55. On floor, Lee scores a 9.675, breaking the Park Center school record, taking third place in the event and second in the all-around. Abbott takes fourth place on floor and caps her high school career, placing third in the all-around.
It's kind of sad for me because I love high school gymnastics and I love my team and coaches. So I'm just glad how it went tonight, because last year I got third on beam, the year before I got second, and this year I finally took the title. So it's really exciting for me.
Definitely a challenge, but I've been practicing a lot, just staying focused and just keeping it calm and nice and easy.
The state boys swimming and diving meet is later this week. Section meets took place over the weekend. Section 5AA features several local teams, and we'll start with a 200-yard medley relay. Whitesetta's team of Casey Stowe, Nick Kale, Ilya Johnson, and anchor Tony Kai win in a time of 1 minute 33.35 seconds. In the 200 freestyle, Wayzata goes 1-2. The Trojans' Matt Gendro wins in 1 minute 44.98 seconds. Ian Suzuki finishes a close second. Gendro later won the 500 free. In the 200-yard individual medley, Casey Stoll of Wayzata sets a new Section 5 AA record, swimming into a time of 1 minute 51.59 seconds. Will Wynn of Wayzata is second. Stoll later won the 100 backstroke, breaking section and pool records. To diving, 3 of the top 4 finishers were from Wayzata, including section champion Ethan Wheeler. He racked up 400.9 points for his 11 dives. Back to swimming, the 100 butterfly. Ilya Johnson comes home first in a time of 52 seconds. He was later on the Trojans' 400 free relay team that won. Close finish in the 100 freestyle with Kieran Ripken of Spring Lake Park winning. Mark Kronig of Champlin Park in the white cap finishes second and qualifies for state. Tony Kai of Wayzata takes third, and Ben Hunke of Cooper in fourth place. Here are the team totals. Wayzata wins with 646 points. Spring Lake Park is second, Champlin Park third, and Armstrong fourth. Cooper, Osseo, and Park Center placed 6th through 8th. Also, congratulations to both the Maple Grove and the combined Breck Blake teams winning their respective sections. State starts Thursday.